5th, 2024 day. Railfanning BART in a few places. This is an important stop. Daly City, home of a large Filipino community. This is also the originating points of some BART trains. And that's about all you see on BART nowadays. These are the Bombardier built D and E cars. The D cars have the cabs and the E cars are motorized trailers. They were manufactured in Plattsburgh, New York, where my brother lives, and Pittsburgh, California. Remember what I was saying about microclimates? Look at this. When I left Millbrae a few stops ago, it was absolutely sunny. Now it's foggy and misty as the mist is blowing off the Pacific. And it's chilly. I had to put my coat on. The train that just departed is going a long way to Berryessa, North San Jose. Eventually they want to extend that to San Jose Diridon Station where Caltrain is, but I saw no indication of any construction. Here we have a train arriving from downtown and who knows where beyond that. These cars bear a striking resemblance to the Washington Metro cars that they have running now. Here comes a train bound for Antioch via a connection in Pittsburgh to a DMU operated by BART.
Antioch.
Yeah, these cars replaced the Roar-built A and B cars and the Alstom-built C1 cars. That was done like within the last year. Well, shortly this train will be departing for Dublin. No, it's not going to Ireland. It's a town well south and east of Oakland. Oh, here comes a train arriving headed for San Francisco Airport. Goes to Dublin. I'll be willing to bet when he emerges from the Trans-Bay Tunnel and enters Oakland, the sun will be shining. Well, I'll hop in on this train and ride it further east. In San Francisco, if you don't like the weather, wait a minute. The interior of these Bombardier cars is quite cheerful with their colored seats, colored walls. And the computerized announcements sound intelligent.
Ballpark. This is a yellow line train to Pittsburgh Bay Point. The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.
More about the BART public address announcements later. Yeah, we got off at an important stop downtown, Powell Street, where you can connect to the cable car to Fisherman's Wharf, providing you don't have to wait an hour to board it. This train's headed for Pittsburgh Bay Point. Those cars look a lot like the 7000 series cars of Washington Metro, but those cars were built by Kawasaki. Well, here comes a Richmond, California bound train. That's a BNSF intermodal terminal, and there's an Amtrak stop there. The roaring you hear in the background are the Muni trolleys, which are right upstairs. They have their own Powell Street station. We'll be covering that at another time.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.
Hear those computerized voices in the background? God, they have all the charisma and enthusiasm of a decomposed centipede.
6 cars, red line train for San Francisco Airport in Oakland in 7 minutes. 8 cars, yellow line train for San Francisco Airport in 9 minutes.
Come on, you can do better than that. The announcements on board the train sound far more sophisticated. One of BART's friendly operators. Take care.
Red line train for San Francisco Airport in Oakland in 5 minutes. 8 cars, yellow line train for San Francisco Airport in 7 minutes.
Why do I torture myself listening to this? On computerized public address announcements, some of them are quite good. I've watched YouTube videos where found it difficult to believe that it was a computerized voice. It sounded so humanized. But what gave it away is when they called Babylon Babylon and Providence Rhode Island.
Train for Pittsburgh Bay Point in 11 minutes. 6 car red line train for Richmond in 14 minutes. 6 car green line train for Oakland Airport Berryessa in 16 minutes.
Well, approaching now is a Daly City bound
6
train.
car green line train for Daly City in 1 minute. 6 car red line train for San Francisco Airport in Oakland in 2 minutes. 8 car yellow line train for San Francisco Airport in 5 minutes.
Hey, why don't you hire me to do the voiceovers? I'll do a great job. Do a good job doing voiceovers. Just give me a nice salary and a nice place to live.
This is a green line train to Daly City.
for arranging the earliest departure during that airline.
Now looking at Powell Street. This is a yellow line train to Antioch.
Antioch train on board platform 2.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors. The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.
Red line 347 from Cisco Airport, no train in 1 minute.
There's barely any silence at these stations between the trains and those voices.
This is a red line train to
Red line sign from
Millbrae.
Cisco Airport, no train train out boarding.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.
Platform 2.
Okay, we'll get on this train and ride it through the Transbay Tunnel to West Oakland.
6 car, blue line train for Daly City in 3 minutes. 8 car, yellow line train for San Francisco Airport in 7 minutes. 6 car, red line train for San Francisco Airport in Oakland in 10 minutes.
Here we are at West Oakland. Note the weather change. Clear as a bell. Even downtown San Francisco is clear. I can see it from here. This train's going to Dublin. I'm gonna take my coat off. It is downtown San Francisco over there. Clear as a bell, but you can see the mist to the west of it. West Oakland, just west of downtown Oakland, California. Oakland is famous for a number of things. The Oakland Athletics baseball team, soon to become the Las Vegas Athletics, and it's home to several noteworthy people. One of them is Philadelphia Phillies National League Most Valuable Player in 2007, Jimmy Rollins, and of course Vice President Kamala Harris. Comes a Pittsburgh-bound train. Downtown Oakland over there. There's a Richmond-bound train. We're at the other end of the platform now. Get some better angles over here. This train's headed for Daly City. Oh, here comes an Antioch bound train. comes an Oakland Dublin bound train as an airport bound train is stopping behind me. Well, shortly he'll be diving into the Transpay Tunnel and coming out in Embarcadero in San Francisco. This doesn't look like one of the better neighborhoods around Oakland. It's amazing. The climate between San Francisco and Oakland is so dramatically different most of the time. I went to an Oakland A's game years ago. It was absolutely sunny, warm, mid-70s. Got on BART and got off at Embarcadero and I was freezing my butt off. And that was Labor Day weekend. Get a good view of downtown Oakland. Doesn't have the skyscrapers that San Francisco has. I'm gonna explore some stations on the BART Pittsburgh line, not the Norfolk Southern Pittsburgh line. I think this is my favorite of the BART lines because it goes through hilly terrain. Got a meeting here. Unfortunately, we have to deal with the traffic of California Highway 24. Yeah, at the east end of the Rockridge station, here you get this really beautiful view. The hills rising in the background as we have an airport train approaching. Comes a Pittsburgh Bay Point bound BART train stopping at Rockridge. And that train will be going through that ridge shortly in a long tunnel. Airport bound.
Now boarding out. Rockridge. This is a yellow line train to San Francisco International Airport.
Now we move to the next stop at Orinda. We Passed through a long tunnel under the hills to get here. I think they call them the Orinda Hills. This station at Orinda is highly scenic. And it's nice and sunny. The weather has warmed up at 75 degrees. It feels warmer than that because of the more direct sunlight, because of the dry air. As we got a San Francisco airport train coming in. There's a scene very typical of Southern California, actually Northern California. You could say all of California in the summertime. The hills look very parched. Well, that's because around here it doesn't rain for months during the summer. The Pacific High parks off the coast, and every single day it's sunny, 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 sunny. Needless to say, it creates fires. Lake Tahoe area and the pine forests are particularly vulnerable to that. Emerges from the Orinda Hills. Here we got a train for SFO.
Are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.
Move to the next stop at Lafayette as we have this San Francisco bound train coming. This rapid transit line running in the median of an expressway, I feel like I'm in Chicago, but it's 1,000 times more scenic. Here comes a San Francisco bound train, past more parched hills. Yeah, it's getting warmer. It's up to 80 degrees now. We're now at the next station east at Walnut Creek, California. Back in October of 1982, I stayed in a Motel 6 here. I think it's still here today. So here's an airport-bound train coming in.
Yellow line train for San Francisco Airport in Oakland.
Here comes an Antioch train stopping at Walnut Creek.
Yellow line train for Pittsburgh, 8 points to 10 minutes. 8-car yellow line train for Antioch in 18 minutes.
Oh, here comes a Pittsburgh-bound BART train.
Flat 42.
Sounds like a cartoon character.
Pittsburgh, 8 points straight, California, flat 41.
Well, here's the train I'm going to take back to town.
Yellow line train for Antioch in 10 minutes.
Here we'll take a video of this ride through the scenic area up to Orinda Hills.
station is Rockridge.
All right, we're back in Embarcadero downtown. Finish our BART rail fanning for today. See if we can do some other lines at a later date. I have an appointment. It's a fun system. It's like a rapid transit line. It's like a commuter line. Sort of a combination of both.
Clear of the doors.
The Embarcadero Muni Metro station as we see some Siemens S200 SF cars. These are the newest cars on the system, delivered about 6-7 years ago. Lots of lines stop on this line going under Market Street. This is an M train for Balboa Park. Interesting line to ride on. Oh, here's some of the LRVs built by Breda. They got these around 1996 and they'll be around maybe another couple of years. They're going to retire these soon. Replaced the Boeing Vertol LRVs.
Next in 10 minutes.
Well, this is the train I want to take to 4th and Townsend Station, Caltrain. This also stops at Oracle Park. These are the Siemens cars. The Muni duplicates the BART stations under Market Street. Go ahead. We'll visit several of those stations and a couple of lines.
Train now arriving is making its last stop. Do not board. Next end in 10 minutes.
This is a K train. The intense light rail service or trolley service here is like the Philadelphia subway surface trolley line under Market Street in Philadelphia. Oh, here comes a westbound. A shuttle to the tunnel portal. These are the classics of the Muni Metro system today. The Breda LRVs, otherwise known as the LRV2s. The LRV1s, those were the Boeing Vertol ones. Here's an outbound K to Balboa Park. That's a significant stop on the Metro. The M, J, and the K go to Balboa Park. That's where they have the shop complex, and that's where the Muni F-Line historic trolleys are serviced. There's also a BART station there. Pretty important place.
The eastbound train now arriving is making its last stop. Do not board. Next N in 4 minutes.
This is an M train from Balboa Park. Takes kind of a roundabout way to get there. My N to Cal train should be following this guy. They're kind of spiffy looking cars.
Two-car N to the ballpark and Calgary. Next N in 12 minutes.